And so a few times people would say, oh, I already got that book. And Uddhava would ask them, well, did you read it? Yeah, I tried to read it. And what did you understand from it? I couldn't understand anything. So they're getting the books, they're looking at them, they're trying to read, but it's too technical, it's too difficult, it's not helping them. So what is the use of selling somebody a book that they can't understand? See? And the devotees have gone all over the world and sold millions of these books, tens of millions of these books, that nobody can understand because they don't have the required background knowledge. See? Our preaching is different. First of all, we don't sell anything. We make access to the Vedic literatures free and open. You can go to our site, download the database, or go to causelessmercy.esotericteaching.org, and the whole Vedic literature is there. You can read it for free on the internet. Okay? Second of all, we have a large collection of introductory material that bridges the people's understanding from, let's say, the level of ordinary religion and philosophy to the level of Vedic devotional service. And third, if you do want some extra help, or if you want some personal association and encouragement, you can register for some courses. But you have to dig to even find those courses. They're not right on the front page of the website. You have to go down to the very last menu and look for the university, and there's no explanation. It just says Community University. So when you come to our site, you can't even find the paid courses unless you have read everything else first and you're digging to see what's really there. You see, we don't make it easy. But still, our university courses is full. It's full of people. Why? Because we're giving some real value there. You see? The other temples, the other devotees, they have to run after people and force them practically to take these books. And sometimes they even cheat them out of money and like this, just to get some collections. But we're getting donations from people all over the world that we haven't even met. It's more than enough to support our activities. And why? Because we're just giving the absolute truth in a way that people can understand. See, this is real preaching. And when you do preaching very nicely, when you actually teach people something that's valuable, that's useful for them, that's understandable, then they automatically want to give something back. If you give a value to people, guess what? Most people are honest. Most people, if you give them something of value, they'll want to give you something of value. So we rely on the fundamental goodness of people, that if we give them something valuable, they'll want to give something back. And guess what? It works. See? This is the open source model. The open source model came from the software people, like Linux and other projects, where they develop software and then they make it available on the internet for free. And they even allow you to download the source code and modify it and make your own variations or fix problems in the software. This is really cool. And then, if you want, let's say, more training, or if you want a customized version of the software or something like that, then you can pay for these additional services. But the basic program is available for free. And this is turning out to be a very, very good business model. See, we don't need a corporation to exploit people. We don't need to cheat people. We don't need to trick people. We don't need to have, an illegal business on the side to support our activities. We can be completely honest, completely straightforward, give people something of great value, This science of consciousness, science of devotional service. And guess what? They will reciprocate. They will give us something of value. They'll give us their association. They'll give us their attention, their interest, and they'll even support us financially just because we're giving something they find useful and valuable. But this is what I could never understand about the other devotees. Like, why aren't they doing something similar? You know, don't they think that this science of devotional service is something wonderful? Don't they care about the reputation of the devotees in the eyes of the world? Don't they think that intelligent people can tell if they're being selfish and tricky and political? Don't they think that the advanced devotees think less of them because they don't follow the instructions of their own spiritual master? Don't they think that people in general can't tell when they're being cheated and ripped off? I mean, really. It's like they think people have no intelligence or no consciousness. They're just treating them like animals or, you know, exploiting them. We don't agree with any of this. We don't like any of this. That's why we don't call this, you know, the Hare Krishna University or something like that. We call it the esoteric teaching seminars. We had to choose a different name so that people would not identify us with these other people, these other devotees. And yeah, they're devotees, but they're very, very, very neophyte devotees. I think their devotional service is mixed with something else. And I don't want to speculate what that something else might be, although actually I know. We keep our school pure because our mission, our intention, our plan is to propagate the pure science of devotional service into the future. Okay? Now, there's a funny thing about revolutions. In revolutions, the old way falls apart. The old ways fall apart. They crash. In revolutions, what happens is the old way stops working. But the people who are invested in the old way try to keep it going, even though it's not working anymore. And because of this, people are suffering. And when they get sick and tired of suffering, then they demand a change. And the first thing they change is they get rid of the old system. But the funny thing about revolutions is the old system fails before there is a new system. Now, if a revolution happens because somebody says, we need a new system and the new system is this, that's not really a revolution. That's just another cheating business replacing the old cheating business. Take any revolution in recent history, the American Revolution, the French Revolution, the Bolshevik Revolution, the Cuban Revolution. Take any revolution in recent history, and what have you got? New cheaters replacing the old cheaters. The same game with a different name. But we're saying this revolution that we're going through now is fundamentally different. Because the old system is not working. And the current economic crisis is the proof of it. And there are two factors driving this revolution. One is climate change, and two is the internet. The internet is really cool because what it does is it disintermediates business relationships. Now I can deal directly with the farmer. Now I can deal directly with the music of the band that's creating the music I like. Now I can deal directly with the artist who's producing the artwork that I like. Now I can deal directly with the esoteric school instead of going through some local temple or branch. See? I can deal directly with the guru. I can deal directly with the source. The internet is revolutionary because it disintermediates these relations. And now there's no need for these chains of distribution and chains of basically rip-offs, corporate rip-offs, between the source of a service or product and its user or consumer. See? I can get the software I need directly from the people who write it. I don't need to go down to the store anymore and buy it. See? And so many businesses are closing because of this. People don't realize this is a fundamental change in the way that business is done. A fundamental change in the way that everything is going to be done. Look at the music business, for example. So this same effect is going to happen, not only in business, but